Owners of pets fall into two different categories. One will never ever want to pay for insurance for their pet and the other group will. In this article I am not going to take anyone's side as I find it to be a very personal choice and there can be a lot of reason for not wanting to get a pet health insurance for your cat, dog, whatever pet you have. However, there is one reason that some pet owners are going to use as an excuse, and in my book that is not a valid one. Some will say that they can't afford to pay for the insurance plan, but if that is the case they are the first people that I would suggest got it. The whole idea of insurance are to be able to get treatments that you would otherwise have a hard time paying for. There are plenty of cheap pet health insurance options available today, so I can't use that excuse as a valid reason. I know that you wouldn't use that excuse, right? On the other hand, I find that you might argue that if your pet is really old and might die from old age or other natural causes, then a pet insurance might be a little over the top. The cat or dog might not even be able to live through surgery or heavy medication, so paying for something that would kill the pet anyway would seem a bit stupid. Another great reason would be that if you have plenty of money and would never have a problem paying for surgery, medication and ongoing treatment, then you wouldn't need insurance. But since I assume that most people do not have such an excess of money, I'll talk a little more about where you can go find cheap pet health insurance. As you'd probably already know, that there are tons and tons of insurance companies that are more than willing to part you with as much cash as possible, and you will need to focus and pay attention to what you're doing and what they're offering so you won't find yourself buying something that you do not need. There are plenty of cases where we see pet owners having bought expensive wellness plans for their cats and dogs only to find that when the animals are involved in accidents or gets lifestyle illnesses and the insurance isn't going to cover those specific things. That is not the time that you want to find out that you have made a mistake. Trust me. So what should you do to find the best price? The best way to go about it, if you ask me, is to set aside enough time to do your research. The area of insurance isn't hard to understand, but there is a learning curve that you need to pass, but after that it gets easier. The great thing is that you'll be able to get the most of your education for free, as you can always call up insurance agents and ask for phone meeting or live meetings where you can ask questions non-stop. When you're done, you just say that you're going to think about their offer and move on to the next agent in the next company. I bet that if you do your research, start with their websites, and you aren't afraid to ask questions, then you'll be able to find out not only where to get cheap pet health insurance, but also where you'll get the most coverage for your money.